Another era has passed, and it's time to assess which players are deserving of a spot in the NFL Hall of Fame. In this video, we're going to dissect the careers of the best quarterbacks of the past couple of decades and discuss who we believe should be voted in and who will miss the cut. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Drew Brees. Let's start with an easy one, Drew Brees. Brees was undersized by quarterback standards, but that didn't stop him from having one of the greatest careers in league history. He might be the most accurate thrower to ever play football. Brees is second to only Tom Brady in both passing yards and passing touchdowns, which speaks to his consistency and longevity. Brees has been selected to 13 Pro Bowls and named an All-Pro 5 times, which means that he was absolutely recognized as a league star during his playing career. He led the Saints to their only Super Bowl championship in 2009, where he won the Super Bowl MVP award. Perhaps most impressively, Brees managed to elevate the New Orleans Saints from a franchise with a history of mediocrity to a consistent contender. Under his leadership, the Saints had 9 playoff appearances in 15 seasons. His impact stretches far beyond. Brees brought leadership to New Orleans during the atrocities of Hurricane Katrina and won the Walter Payton Award for his charity work in 2006. Though he never won a regular season MVP award, Drew Brees most definitely deserves to be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Matt Ryan. Next up, we look at Atlanta Falcons legend Matt Ryan. This one's tough, because based on stats alone, he's most definitely a worthy candidate. Matt Ryan started 15 seasons in the NFL and finished his career top 10 all-time in both passing yards and passing touchdowns. However, when looking at stats, era definitely has to be taken into consideration. Though he had an outstanding MVP season in 2016, it was the only time he was selected as an All-Pro throughout his entire NFL career. In fact, in Ryan's 15-year career, he was only named a Pro Bowler 4 times. Furthermore, Ryan's playoff record raises concerns. His 4-6 postseason record, including the infamous 28-3 Super Bowl collapse, reflects a lack of clutch performance when it matters most. Hall of Fame quarterbacks are typically known for their ability to shine in high-pressure situations, which is an area where Ryan has fallen short. Finally, the Hall of Fame should consist of individuals who fundamentally transformed the game or left an unforgettable mark on it. While Ryan has had a respectable career, he doesn't have that game-changing or era-defining impact that characterizes legendary quarterbacks. Even though Ryan would go down as the statistically greatest non-Hall of Fame quarterback, we believe that's exactly what he was. Our vote's no. Matt Ryan does not deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame. Tony Romo. Tony Romo is definitely a fan favorite. He managed to break some of the biggest passing records in Cowboys history, a feat that should not be disregarded. However, one of the most significant factors working against Romo's Hall of Fame case is his lack of substantial postseason success. To date, he's never led the Dallas Cowboys to a Super Bowl appearance, let alone a championship victory. When evaluating quarterbacks for the Hall of Fame, playoff performance plays a pivotal role. Of the 35 quarterbacks enshrined in Canton, 26 have at least one Super Bowl, NFL, or AFL championship win, and many others have made significant playoff contributions. Romo's career doesn't significantly stand out when compared to other great quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame. While he boasts impressive regular season numbers, he doesn't have any unique records or feats that set him apart. He didn't redefine his position, dominate the league, or make a profound impact on the game during his career. His 8 seasons as the Cowboys starting quarterback and his charismatic personality endear him to fans across the nation, but his resume isn't deserving of a spot in the Hall of Fame. Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers is another interesting case. His stats definitely warrant a spot, but as mentioned, he played during an era where plenty of quarterbacks have inflated stats due to the evolved playing style of football. Rivers ranks among the NFL's all-time elite quarterbacks in several key statistical categories. His 63,440 passing yards place him 6th in NFL history, and his 421 career touchdown passes rank him 6th as well. These numbers alone signal a quarterback who consistently performed at a high level over a prolonged period. But aside from the numbers, Rivers' resilience and toughness were remarkable. Rivers started 240 consecutive games, second only to Brett Favre among quarterbacks. This longevity speaks to his dedication and commitment to the game. While some may argue that Rivers lacks a Super Bowl championship, his 5-7 playoff record is superior to players such as Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, and Tony Romo. His 8 Pro Bowl appearances place him ahead of the pack as well. For 15 seasons, Philip Rivers maintained a reputation as one of the most respected personalities in the league and performed at an exceptionally high level. When it's all said and done, we believe that he does deserve a spot in Canton as a Hall of Famer. Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco manned the quarterback position for the Baltimore Ravens for 11 seasons, in which he made a name for himself as a clutch performer. His 10-5 record in the playoffs ranks him amongst some of the greatest of all time, and his 2012 Super Bowl MVP award also works in his favor. However, Joe Flacco's career, when viewed in its entirety, falls short of the elite standard typically associated with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. While he had a remarkable 2012 postseason run, his overall regular season statistics fall short of excellent. His career passer rating of 84.1 ranks 45th all-time, and his career yards per attempt figure of 6.7 ranks 143rd all-time among quarterbacks. These statistics indicate that he was not consistently among the top quarterbacks in the league during his regular season performances. Flacco never received Pro Bowl or All-Pro recognition during his career. Flacco's relatively low Pro Football Reference Hall of Fame monitor score, which is well below the average for Hall of Fame quarterbacks, raises doubts about his candidacy. His score of 48.87 is 49th among quarterbacks, with the average Hall of Fame quarterback scoring significantly higher at 101.39. For those reasons, we believe that Joe Flacco does not deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame. Eli Manning. Eli Manning's case for the Pro Football Hall of Fame is a compelling one, and there are strong reasons to support his induction. Despite mixed regular season statistics and occasional inconsistencies, Manning's career is highlighted by 2 monumental achievements, winning 2 Super Bowl championships and earning 2 Super Bowl MVP titles. These accomplishments are not only the pinnacle of NFL success, but have often served as a significant factor in Hall of Fame discussions. Manning's performance in the playoffs, particularly in those 2 Super Bowl victories over the New England Patriots, was nothing short of legendary. While his regular season statistics may not rank among the all-time greats, Manning's career passing yards and passing touchdowns place him within the top 10 in NFL history. His contributions extend beyond the gridiron, as exemplified by being awarded the Walter Payton Man of the Year in 2016, underscoring his positive impact and character off the field. At the end of the day, you can't tell the story of NFL history without mentioning Manning as a main character. His miraculous completion to David Tyree, which led to his first of 2 historic Super Bowl victories, earns us a vote into the Hall of Fame. Ben Roethlisberger. Much like Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. His clutch performances in 2005 and 2008, including his game-winning touchdown pass to Santonio Holmes in the closing moments of Super Bowl 43, are some of the greatest moments in NFL history. Roethlisberger's consistency and length of service are also Hall of Fame-worthy attributes. He played 18 seasons in the NFL, all with the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is a rarity in today's league. Over these seasons, he compiled a 165, 81-1 regular season record, proving his ability to win consistently and deliver for his team. Roethlisberger was known for his ability to rally his team when it mattered most, often orchestrating last-minute drives to secure victory, as proven by his 53 game-winning drives. He might not have the individual hardware that some other Hall of Famers have, but he's currently ranked 5th all-time in passing yards and 8th in passing touchdowns. Taking those stats and his ability to win into consideration, there's no doubt in our minds that Big Ben Roethlisberger deserves a spot in Canton. Cam Newton. Cam Newton isn't officially retired, and he's still just 34 years old. But the Auburn product currently isn't employed by an NFL team, and it's starting to look unlikely that he's going to add to his Hall of Fame resume. With that said, Newton dominated the league during his prime and is one of the greatest dual-threat quarterbacks in league history. His 2015 MVP and All-Pro selection can't be ignored. During that same season, Newton reached the Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers, but failed to secure a championship, losing to the Denver Broncos. His performance in that game was lackluster, and he was criticized for not attempting to recover a crucial fumble. Then, following his MVP season, his performance seemed to fall off a cliff. In his 30s, Newton has a 7-15 record as a starter and hasn't played a game since he was 32 years old. Though he was dominant when he stormed into the league, Cam Newton didn't have the longevity necessary to earn him a spot in the Hall of Fame. Our vote is no. There you have it. Those were our votes for who's deserving of a spot in Canton and which quarterbacks fell just short. Keep in mind, we left Tom Brady out of the video because he's too obviously deserving of a spot. Other quarterbacks that weren't mentioned may have had excellent careers, but in our minds, didn't do enough to get Hall of Fame consideration. What do you guys think? You agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of our sports news and insights.